New topic. Coaches. What?
How many?
Sorry?
How many coaches do we, besides like
Well,
Capello and Klinsmann, Prandelli?
that you know that's the one that we would need to talk about. Okay, so obviously we need to talk about Italy. Italy wins its first game against England, which was amazing given the fact that Prandelli seemed to be doing everything in his power to make us lose.
Horrible.
It seemed as if he was actually actively trying to make us lose. There's only so many times that a team can miraculously win given their coach is against them, which is what we saw with Costa Rica.
I do want to say one of the best things that I heard after the U.S.-Italy game. No, abbiamo vinto come una squadra. That is every Italy fan in existence. We won as a team, essentially. That's not what I saw. What I saw was a team that was struggling and two individual plays giving them the win because England could not muster the same amount of things. Costa Rica won as a team. And one of the things that I said to people in Italy was, I understand the whole, concept of catenaccio and all that stuff. And a friend, French, you remember Stefano Tizé, right? His younger brother, Francesco Tizé, was like, guarda, Costa Rica also did catenaccio. And I'm like, yes. But you know what they did differently than Italy? They did catenaccio after they scored, not before.
Yeah. Look, it was the Italy-Costa Rica game was the most boring game I've ever seen in my whole life. So I'm usually stuck to the TV trying as hard as I can to blink as little as possible just in case I might miss something. During that game, I got up and made myself a sandwich. And here's the thing, right? I understood. Okay. I don't want to give him too much credit. I recognized what Prandelli was trying to do there. It was very clear. No, at the very, very beginning. So like the first 20 minutes, right? Basically nobody ran. Everyone was just standing around. What he was trying to do, he was trying to get Italy to pass the ball to each other to get Costa Rica to open up. It didn't work. They weren't biting. They just let them pass the ball to each other like dumbasses. Everybody was just standing around looking at each other while this ball was just kind of being like, dude, come on, come and get me. No, that's not working. Okay, if that doesn't work for the first 5 minutes, change the play.
Here's the thing. It was never going to work. And this is what I've been telling, I was telling people since after the England game. You cannot play that way against CONCACAF teams. And I get it. No one respects CONCACAF teams. CONCACAF teams are the crap of soccer as far as everyone's concerned. But that doesn't work on us. You know why it doesn't work on us? Because our small team don't play 11 people in the back when they're defending. We flood the midfield. We press the midfield. That's what we do. It's the same thing with South American teams. And the reason it didn't work with Costa Rica, because Costa Rica was realized we have absolutely nothing to lose. We're not Luxembourg. We're not trying to not embarrass ourselves. We're not quote unquote pragmatic like that. Our whole thing is we're going to try and play the game. We're not worried about losing 2-3-0. We're going to take the game to you. That's just what we do. Costa Rica, Mexico, U.S., Honduras. These are all CONCACAF teams. That's what they do. And that was never going to work because Italy was convinced that that's just what small teams do because that's a European mentality. It does not happen in CONCACAF.
Look, it's like you can make that mistake, you can make that assumption before the game, but when it's playing out and you see that it's not working, what are you waiting for? Change it up. Is it really that fucking hard? I mean, at a certain point, Italy should have just been like, fuck Prandelli, fuck him. We're just gonna just blah, just do it. It's like, because it's ridiculous.
You don't understand. It was working because no one was doing anything, and that's Italian football. No one does anything, and you cross your fingers and hope someone scores.
So we agree that Prandelli is probably one of the worst coaches to ever coach Italy.
And I think, he also managed to ruin both Mario Balotelli and Antonio Cassano.
Yeah, I don't know what was with Cassano that game. Are you putting that on Prandelli? The fact that Cassano was just not.
Yeah, I'm putting that on Prandelli because Cassano's game is absolutely predicated on him being a complete shithead. Because, and what they call shithead, a normal person calls unpredictability. Part of his game, and even a person like Balotelli's game, is they're going to do what they feel like at certain moments. The fact that Antonio Cassano was quote-unquote so composed, which means he was holding back, he hasn't gotten into any trouble, and it's because he's trying too much to be this person. And this new Antonio Cassano doesn't work because his whole thing has been predicated on Antonio Cassano does what he wants to do on and off the pitch. Once you take the bite out of Cassano, that's it. He's not that player anymore.